I bolted before they saw me, the door slamming behind me like a full stop on my grand plan. But it wasn't the failure that gutted me. It was the electric jolt when Dominic's gaze flicked up, locking on mine for that split second, like he knew I'd been the ghost in the machine all along. That night in our cramped Seattle apartment, the kind of place where the walls were thin enough to hear your neighbor's existential crises, I lay awake staring at the ceiling cracks that mapped out like faulty algorithms. I'm Alex Rivera, 22, a junior grinding through computer science at the University of Washington, the kind of guy who debugged life by writing apps in his sleep. Dominic Hayes was my roommate, the brooding architecture major with ink-black hair that fell into his hazel eyes and a laugh that could disarm a room full of stressed-out undergrads. We'd met freshman year in the dorms, bonded over late-night ramen and rants about professors who treated syllabi like holy writ. He was straight-edge cool, the guy who sketched blueprints for sustainable tiny homes while I coded simulations to test them. Perfect match for my sister Emily, I'd thought, practical, poetic, the een to her young. Emily was 24, a graphic designer back in Portland, all fire and freckles, the sibling who'd always dragged me out of my shell. Last summer, she'd visited and met Dominic at a Mariners game I dragged us all to. Sparks? Nah, more like polite chit-chat over overpriced hot dogs. But I saw potential. Her easy smile, his quiet intensity. By fall semester, I was playing matchmaker, subtle at first. Texts like, "Hey Dom, my sister's got this art show coming up. You into urban sketches?" Then bolder. "Emily's in town for the weekend. Dinner? My treat." He humored me because that's Dominic, loyal to a fault, the friend who shows up with coffee when your code crashes at 3 a.m. But as the dinner loomed, doubts crept in like uncommented variables. Why was my stomach twisting every time he leaned in to share a story? Why did I memorize the way his forearms flexed when he gestured, veins mapping rivers under sun-kissed skin? The dinner was at a hole-in-the-wall Italian joint in Capitol Hill, fairy lights strung like binary code over checkered tablecloths. Emily arrived in a sundress that screamed Portland chic, her red curls tamed into waves. Dominic showed up in his usual faded Levi's, a Henley that hugged his broad shoulders, looking like he'd stepped out of a Patagonia ad. I played third wheel, nursing a soda while they talked shop, her digital illustrations, his eco-friendly designs. Laughter flowed, wine too, and for an hour it worked. My app was compiling. Then it glitched. Emily leaned in, her hand brushing his. "So, Alex says you're single. What's a guy like you waiting for?" Dominic's smile faltered. Just a flicker. But I caught it. He glanced at me, that hazel depth pulling like gravity. Timing, I guess. Life's got its own blueprints. The air thickened, conversation veering to safer shores. Seahawks odds. The latest on climate bills. By dessert, Emily was checking her phone too often, and Dominic was sketching absent doodles on his napkin. I excused myself to the bathroom, splashing water on my face, whispering, "Get it together, Rivera. This is for them." Back at the table, the crash hit. Emily was mid-story about a client from hell when Dominic set down his fork. "Emily, you're incredible. Really. But I can't pretend this feels right." Her fork clattered. "What?" Alex said. She shot me a look, betrayal sharpening her green eyes. Dominic rubbed his neck, that telltale sign of discomfort. "It's not about you. It's me. I've been figuring stuff out and, jumping into this, it'd be dishonest." The words hung, heavy as the rain starting outside. Emily stood, chair scraping like nails on chalkboard. "Figuring what out? That you're not into girls? Or just not into me?" Dominic's jaw tightened. "It's complicated." She stormed out, me chasing after with apologies that tasted like ash. He stayed behind, waiting for me in the drizzle under the awning.
"Alex, man, I'm sorry."
I didn't mean to tank it. His voice was gravel, eyes avoiding mine. I forced a laugh. "Hey, algorithms fail. We'll debug." But inside, code was corrupting, relief warring with guilt because part of me was glad. Glad it failed. Glad he hadn't kissed her. The fallout hit like a stack overflow. Emily didn't speak to me for a week. Her texts curt. "Thanks for the setup. Bro, real smooth." Dominic threw himself into studio hours, coming home smelling of sawdust and silence. Our apartment, once a haven of shared playlists and half-eaten pizzas, turned mausoleum quiet. I'd catch him on the couch at midnight, staring at his laptop screen, fingers hovering over keys he never pressed. One night I cracked. "Dom, talk to me. What's complicated mean?" He sighed, running a hand through his hair. "Remember that road trip we took to Olympic last spring? You me, blasting that indie playlist." I nodded, the memory vivid. Rain-slicked highways, him belting off-key to Hosier, our shoulders brushing in the cramped Civic. That night by the fire, after too many esmores, I felt something shift. Not for Emily. For life, I guess. My pulse spiked. Life. He met my eyes then, raw. Yeah, like, who I am in it. The air hummed, unspoken code compiling between us. I wanted to ask, are you saying what I think? But fear buffered the input. Instead, I clapped his shoulder. Too hard. "Whatever it is, you're not alone, man." He smiled faintly, but it didn't reach his eyes. That was the first crack in our firewall. Weeks blurred into midterms, caffeine-fueled all-nighters where I'd code while he modeled 3D renders. Austin Lee entered the picture like a wildcard function, my lab partner in algorithms, a senior with a razor-sharp mind and a smirk that could hack your defenses. Korean-American, lanky with wire-rimmed glasses and a wardrobe of ironic tees. He was the campus whisper. Queer, unapologetic, the guy who'd outed half the department with charm alone. We bonded over pseudocode and bad coffee, him teasing my straight-laced roommate vibes. One study session, post-crash on a buggy sort, he leaned back. "So, Alex, you ever question the binary? Zeros and ones, straight or not?" I laughed it off, but his gaze lingered, probing. Austin started crashing our apartment. "For group projects," he'd say, but his eyes tracked Dominic like a compiler scanning for errors. Dom took it in stride at first, the three of us gaming till dawn, controllers sticky with energy drinks. But tension threaded in, Austin's hand lingering on Dom's knee during a heated Mario Kart race. Dom pulling away with a joke. Me watching from the sidelines, a glitch forming, jealousy, hot and unbidden. Why? Dom wasn't mine. But every laugh they shared, every inside quip, felt like stolen lines of my code. Emily thawed eventually, a tentative call. "I'm over it, Alex. But next time, ask before you play Cupid." Relief flooded, but it unearthed deeper rot. I started noticing Dom more. The way he'd hum under his breath while sketching. The scar on his knuckle from a childhood hammer mishap he'd confessed one drunk night. My dreams glitched too. Not bugs, but features. His hand in mine on that Olympic trail, lips brushing in the firelight. I'd wake sweating, shoving it down like a flagged error. The turning point came mid-November, gray skies pressing low over Puget Sound. Austin threw a pre-Thanksgiving rager at his off-campus house in Fremont, the kind of bash with craft IPAs and a playlist heavy on synth-pop. Dom begged off, studio deadline. But I dragged him, whispering, "Come on, live a little." Mistake. The party pulsed. Bodies grinding to Tegan and Sarah, red solo cups sloshing. Austin zeroed in, pulling Dom into a corner for architecture talk. Their heads close, laughter cutting through the bass. I nursed a beer, stomach sour, until Emily texted. "In town. Meet up, neutral ground." I bailed, weaving through the crowd, Dom's "Wait, Alex." Lost in the din outside. Rain slicked the streets, sodium lamps haloing puddles. Emily waited at a dive bar 2 blocks over, nursing a gin and tonic. Heard about the party, subbing in as damage control. Her smile was wry, but eyes soft. We talked, really talked, for the first time since the fiasco. "You know, Alex, I saw it. The way you look at him. Like he's the solution to your equation." Heat flooded my face. "What?" "No, She squeezed my hand. "It's okay. Be honest. With him. With you." I stumbled home at 2 a.m. Soaked. The apartment dark save for Dom's desk lamp spilling gold under his door. I knocked, heart hammering.
Dom.
"You up?" Silence, then, "Yeah."
Come in.
He was cross-legged on his bed, sketchpad abandoned, a half-empty whiskey glass, rare for him on the nightstand. Eyes red-rimmed, not from booze. Austin. He made a move. Told me he's bi, always thought I was too. Said we could figure it out together. The words landed like a segmentation fault. And my voice cracked. He looked up, wrecked. I said no, because it's not him I see when I close my eyes. The room shrank, air electric. Who then? Foolish question. His gaze pinned me, vulnerable as open source. You, Alex. It's been you. Since that road trip. The laughs, the late nights. I thought it was bromance, but it's more. And Emily? I went along because you wanted it. To make you happy. But it killed me, pretending. Betrayal twisted then, not his but mine. I'd engineered this cage. Blind to the heart compiling in plain sight.
Dom, E.
I'm sorry. I think. No, I know. It's you too. The confession hung, fragile. He stood, closing the gap, hands framing my face. Rough from drafting pencils, warm as code running true. Our foreheads touched, breaths mingling. The world narrowing to this. Rain pattering, hearts sinking. Then his lips met mine, tentative testing, a kiss like debugging at dawn, errors yielding to flow. It deepened, hands in hair, bodies aligning like puzzle pieces long misplaced. Not fire, but hearth steady, illuminating. But code never runs clean forever. Dawn brought Austin's text. Heard you two bailed. Dom, we need to talk. For real. Jealousy? Or something sharper? Austin's message glowed like a virus in my notifications, and I deleted it before Dominic could see. But the damage was already threading through our fragile new compile. That morning, sunlight sliced through the blinds in rare Seattle gold, painting Dominic's bare shoulder as he stirred beside me. Not in my bed, we'd kept it chaste, collapsing into exhausted sleep after confessions and tears, but close enough on the couch to feel the shift. He woke with a yawn, hazel eyes clearing to find me watching. Morning, Coder. His voice was husky, a smile tugging that made my chest ache with possibility. We didn't talk Austin. Instead, breakfast. Burnt toast and black coffee, knees bumping under the table like old times, but charged now. Thanksgiving? He asked, buttering bread. Portland with Emily? I nodded, throat tight. Yeah. You? Family in Spokane. He shrugged. Mom's got the flu. Solo turkey it is. The thought gutted me, him alone in the shoebox apartment, sketching ghosts. Come with. Emily'd love it. Redemption arc. He laughed, but eyes shadowed. You sure? After? I reached across, fingers lacing his. Positive. We're rewriting the spec. Austin crashed our bubble that afternoon, banging on the door mid-Netflix binge. Some architecture doc we'd paused to make out like teenagers, all tentative explorations that left us breathless and grinning.
Rivera.
Open up. I brought boba. His voice was too bright, boba bags rustling like camouflage. Dominic tensed beside me, but I played host, ushering him in. Austin's eyes flicked between us, sharp as a fuzzer test, detecting anomalies. Dom, man, about last night. He trailed off, handing over taro pearls, the air thickening with unsaid code. We sat, awkward triangle on the sagging couch, boba straws slurping like accusations. Austin dove in first, casual as a commit. Look, Dom, I get cold feet, but life's too short for what-ifs, right? That vibe last night? Electric. Dominic shifted, my hand finding his under the throw pillow anchor. Austin, you're solid. But I'm seeing someone. Austin's laugh barked, disbelieving. Seeing? Since when? Alex. His gaze swung to me, probing, and I met it square. Yeah, since always, apparently. Silence crashed, then Austin's face cracked, hurt masked a smirk. Well, shit. The roommate plot twist. Congrats, I guess. He didn't stay long. Excuses about a group project piling up like stack traces. Door clicked shut and Dominic exhaled. That could have gone nuclear. I pulled him close, lips brushing temple. Nah, we're bulletproof. Liar. Doubt seated. Austin's eyes, wounded, promising callbacks. Thanksgiving loomed, a turkey-shaped deadline. Emily texted coordinates. Her tiny queen and walk-up, fairy lights and vinyl spins. Dominic packed light, a duffel of hoodies and that sketch pad, nerves jangling like loose wires. The drive south hugged I-5, evergreens blurring past, his hand on my thigh a steady hum. We talked everything. Coming out stories, his a slow burn, mine a flicker I'd ignored. Dreams, sustainable cities for him, AI ethics for me, fears, rejection's ghost for both. By Portland's bridges, we were synced, a binary unbreakable. Emily greeted us at the door, apron dusted flower, red curls in chaos. The prodigal matchmaker returns.
Huktait, no gray.
Inside, chaos. Her roommate Mia blasting Fleetwood Mac, table groaning with sides, cranberry relish, cornbread that could have doubled as hockey pucks. Dominic charmed easy, sketching Mia's cat mid-dinner, earning laughs. Emily cornered me in the kitchen, wine glasses clinking. He's good for you, Alex. The way he looks at you, like you're the blueprint. I blushed, admitting, took a failed setup to see it. She winked. Best bugs make the strongest fixes. Night deepened, board games devolving to ghost stories. Dominic's arm around me casual as code. But my phone buzzed, unknown number. Enjoy the holiday, lovebirds. But secrets compile slow. A heart stuttered. Austin. How? I silenced it, but the worm burrowed. Back in Seattle Monday, reality recompiled. Finals looming, code sprints, studio critiques. Dominic dove into a capstone, a net-zero tiny home prototype, scale model cluttering our living room. I test his designs in Sims, our worlds overlapping seamless. Evenings blurred romantic. Walks along the Burke-Gilman Trail, his hand in mine under sodium glow. Stolen kisses in the U-District grind, coffee steam mingling breaths. This is us now, he'd murmur, and I'd believe it, the world a well-optimized loop. Austin lurked peripheral, lab sessions tense, his quips edged, eyes avoiding mine. One afternoon, post-lecture, he cornered me in the stairwell. Alex, level with me. Is this real, or rebound from your sister flop? Venom-laced sweet. Real as it gets. He stepped closer, cologne sharp. Dom's straight passing, you know that. You'll glitch him out. I shoved past, pulse roaring. Betrayal's first bite. He'd hacked our trust, planting doubts like malware. December frosted in, holiday lights twinkling like false promises. Dominic's mom visited warm, no-nonsense nurse from Spokane, eyeing us over pot roast with mom radar. You boys make a fine team. Approval implicit, but her whisper to me later. He's fragile, Alex. Heart like glass. Don't break it. Warning or wisdom? I nodded, guilt gnawing. Hadn't I already with my meddling? The glitch escalated Christmas Eve. Party at a friend's in Ballard. Mulled wine and mistletoe mischief. Austin showed. Uninvited ghost in flannel. He pulled Dominic aside near the tree. Words lost in jingle bells, but body language screamed. Shoulders squared, hand on arm. Dom shook him off, finding me in the kitchen, face stormy. He said you're using me to fix your fuck-up with Emily, that I'm a placeholder. Rage flared. He's lying, poisoning the well. Dom searched my eyes, doubt flickering. Why would he? Because jealousy compiles grudges, I didn't say. Instead, I kissed him fierce under the mistletoe, claiming, you're no placeholder. You're the whole damn program. We left early, drive home silent, snow flurrying rare. Apartment aglow with string lights we'd hung, but tension crackled. Talk, I urged, pulling him to the couch. He paced, raw. Austin's not wrong to question. I hid this me for years. What if I'm broken code? Vulnerability gutted me. Then we're both. But we debugged together. He collapsed beside me, head on shoulder. Promise. Cross my heart. That night we talked till dawn. Past wounds, future forks. Sealing cracks with truths. But Austin's worm spread. New Year's. A campus bash at the hub. We arrived hand in hand, out and proud, but whispers trailed. Rivera and Hayes? No way. Austin held court by the keg, eyes glittering. Mid-toast, he clinked my glass. To New Year's, new errors. Later, I caught him with Dom on the balcony, rain-sheeting glass. He's hiding, man. From you, from this. Dom's voice rose. Back off, Austin. I burst out, yanking him away. What the fuck? Austin sneered. Protecting him. From your straight boy experiment. Fist clenched, but Dom stepped between. Enough. Alex is real. You're the glitch. Austin's mask slipped. Hurt raw. Tears unshed. Fine. Crash and burn. He vanished into the crowd, but the seed rooted. Was I? January thawed doubts, routine recompiling us. Joint projects. My app optimizing his designs, nights tangled in sheets. Intimate, not carnal, just bodies fitting like nested functions. Emily visited, approving thumbs up. Life optimized. Then the bomb, Valentine's. A card slipped under door. Anonymous scrawl. Ask Dom about Austin's dorm, freshman year. Heart iced. I confronted over Thai takeout, voice steady. What happened with Austin? Back then.
Dom paled, fork dropping.
Nothing. We hooked up. Once. Drunk. Confused. Panicked, ghosted. That's it. Betrayal bloomed, not the act, but the omission. You lied. Omitted. To protect us. Tears stung. From what? Truth. He reached, but I recoiled. I can't. Need space. He left for studio. Door soft as goodbye. I spiraled, code unfocused, Austin's texts incoming. Told you. He's got history. I blocked, but poison seeped. The apartment echoed empty after Dominic left. His sketchpad abandoned on the coffee table like a discarded commit. Half-formed lines of a home we'd never build. I paced circuits, rain lashing windows in sympathy, my mind a recursive loop of what-ifs. What if I'd never played matchmaker? What if Austin's ghost hookup was the Real foundation, me just a late-stage patch? By midnight, whiskey burned neat. Phone clutched like lifeline. Emily's voice crackled through. Alex? It's 2 a.m. Portland time. I spilled the card, the confession, the chasm. She sighed, big sister steel. Breathe. History's not destiny. But you gotta face it, not flee. Hung up, her words a buffer against crash. Dawn crept gray. Dominic slipping in quiet as fog. Eyes shadowed, he hovered in the kitchen, brewing coffee double strong. I should have told you. Freshman year. Austin was my first everything. Questioning, experimenting. Scared me shitless. Felt wrong like bad wiring. I bolted, buried it. Then you. He trailed, cup steaming between palms. I leaned on counter, arms crossed firewall. Buried how deep? Does it still glitch? Honesty cracked him open. No. It was a test run, faulty. You're the production build. Steady. Home. The word undid me, home, the variable we'd both chased through code and blueprints. I crossed the tile, hands finding his waist. Then let's refactor. No secrets. Lips met. Forgiveness compiling slow but sure. Austin's shadow lingered, though, a latent bug waiting for input. Midterms crushed, our schedules desincing. Me in labs till twilight, him in all-nighters drafting. Texts bridged. Miss your chaos with a heart emoji, but distance bred doubt. One evening, post-crash on a neural net sim, Austin slid into the empty seat beside me in the undergrad lounge. Truce. His smile was olive branch, but eyes wary.
Dom okay.
I nodded curt, packing laptop. We're good. He persisted, voice low. Look, I pushed because care. About him. Still do. But if you're real, prove it. Don't let my fuck-up tank you. His vulnerability disarmed, a mirror to my own meddling. Why tell me now? He shrugged, glasses slipping. Jealousy's a bitch. But seeing you two? It's right. Just don't ghost like I did. Handshake awkward but genuine, enemies to allies, code reused. I texted Dom. Austin's out. For real. Dinner? His reply, hell yes. Tacos? Spring quarter bloomed. Cherry blossoms dusting campus paths like confetti code. We synced rhythms. Weekend hikes in the Cascades, his backpack heavy with sandwiches, mine with portable chargers. Study dates in the Sazalo library, feet tangled under tables, Notes passed like love letters. Your sim fixed my load-bearing flaw. Dinner after? Laughter came easier, intimacy deepening. Not just touches, but trusts. Him admitting architecture's imposter syndrome. Me confessing code's cold comfort against loneliness. But conflict compiled external now. Dominic's capstone presentation loomed. A jury of profs and pros dissecting his tiny home model. A modular haven for urban homeless, solar-powered, community-scaled. He poured soul in, nights pacing with blueprints, voice cracking over stress. What if they see through it? The idealism. I'd pull him down, hands mapping his back. They'll see genius, because it is. Presentation day, I sat front row in the architecture hall, heart buffering as he pitched, voice steady, slides seamless, Q&A fielding like a pro. Applause thundered. He found me after, grin wide. We did it. We. The pronouns sealed it. Emily's art show followed. Gallery in Pioneer Square buzzing with Portland transplants and tech brothers. Her pieces, digital collages of fractured cities mending, hung vivid, and Dominic geeked, sketching details in his Moleskine. This one's you, he whispered at a piece of binary hearts stitching skyline tears. Broken code, beautiful fix. Pride swelled, mine and hers, as collectors murmured bids. Austin even showed, solo, clapping Emily's shoulder. Killer work. No drama, just nod to me, truce holding. Yet betrayal's echo resurfaced Memorial Day weekend. A barbecue at Austin's Fremont Yard, beers grilling, frisbee sailing. Dom and I arrived coupled, easy in each other's orbit. Austin manned the grill, apron comic, but mid-flip, his phone buzzed loud. Voicemail spilling. Dom? It's Mom. Call back, your cousin's asking about that summer in Spokane. The one with the friend. Laughter died. Eyes swung.
Dom froze, burger vergaten.
What the? Austin snatched, fumbling silence, but damage done. Whispers of Spokane. The straight family visit? Later, under string lights, Dom confronted in the yard's corner. Me flanking. Spokane. Last summer. You told your mom about us? Before we even? Austin winced, caught. No. It was vague. A friend from school. But she assumed. I didn't correct. Lie thin as smoke. Dom's voice rose, hurt lancing. You outed me? To play hero. Austin fired back. You were hiding. I thought pushing would help, like with freshman year. Betrayal doubled. Not just the slip, but weaponizing past to force present. I stepped in, voice steel. You crossed lines, Austin. Trust's not a hack. He deflated, eyes wet. I fucked up. Again. Sorry doesn't compile, I know. Dom stormed out, me chasing to the Civic, engine roaring south. Silence stretched miles. Then, was it true? About Spokane? He gripped, Will white-knuckled. Yeah. Mom's conservative Bible study every Sunday. I chickened, said nothing. But Austin, he knew. Used it. Tears tracked his cheeks, streetlights strobing pain. I thumbed them away at red light. Hey, we're past chicken shit. Together. Home. We crashed tangled. Whispers mending. I love you, Alex. Full commit. First I love you, raw as open beta. Love you too. No takebacks. Dawn brought clarity. Austin's text. I resign. From meddling. You two deserve clean code. Forgiveness? Maybe later. For now, us sufficed. Summer internship slotted. Me at a Microsoft Skunkworks in Redmond. Coding VR ethics. Dom interning at a green firm downtown, prototyping parks. Commutes synced. Carpools turning car to confessional. Dreams voiced. Fears debugged. Weekends escaped. Ferry to Bainbridge. Picnics on beaches. His head in my lap as waves lapped. Sketching horizons. This, he said, pencil pausing, is the design I want. Us building. But climax brewed in July heatwave, city steaming. Emily called frantic. Mom and Dad know. About you and Dom. Some campus gossip rag. Austin's roommate blabbed. Heart plummeted. Our parents, solid Midwest transplants, Dad an engineer like me, Mom PTA president, conservative quiet, never homophobic outright, but traditional. Dom's folks worse. Spokane salt of earth, church on Sundays, no room for lifestyle choices. Panic compiled. Dom white-faced over speaker. My mom's calling. Now. I held his hand as she lit in, voice shrill through tinny phone. Dominic Hayes, what is this? That boy? Alex? Your roommate. Tears choked him. Mom, it's real. I love him. Silence. Then You're confused. Come home. We'll fix this. Click. He crumpled, sobs wrenching. She hates me. I rocked him, fury at Austin's loose lips. Truce shattered. She doesn't. She's scared. Like we were. Retaliation impulse. Confront Austin.
I storm de fremont solo, it mirage shimmering pavement.
He answered shirtless, sweat slick, surprise morphing guilt. Alex. I cut. Your roommate? The leak. He swore, pulling me in.
Swear? No.
But, yeah, he heard me venting. I told him to zip. Betrayal tripled, not direct, but enabled. You started this chain, Austin. Ghosts don't stay buried. He grabbed my arm, desperate. I didn't mean Dom's family? Shit. Let me help.
No.
Stay out. Door slammed. Echo final. Back home, Dom packed. Duffel for Spokane, face set. Need to face it. Alone. Panic surged. Together. Please. He cupped my jaw, eyes fierce. Can't drag you into crossfire. Love you too much.
Kish good boy. So tongued.
He drove east at dusk. Taillights fading like deleted lines. Days blurred agony. Empty apartment. Code unfocused. Emily's calls anchor. Give him space. But fight for it. Week 2, his texts sparse. Mom thawing. Dad silent. Miss you. Heart buffered. Then, storm broke, literal thunder rumbling Olympics as I paced roof. City sprawl mocking isolation. Phone rang, Dom voice wrecked. Alex? Is bad. Dad found out more. From Austin. Indirect. Says I'm disgracing the family. Kicked me out. Sobs cracked. I'm at a motel. Lost. Rain sheeted, mirroring. Where? I'm coming. No, wait. The roof. Remember. Our spot, post-party confessions. Meet me. Now. I raced, wipers battling deluge, heart overclocked. Rooftop access creaked open. Wind howling, him huddled by the ledge. Rain-plastered hair, eyes hollow.
Dom.
Arms crushed, bodies slamming safe. I thought, never. Words tumbled. His parents' ultimatum, choose family or that life. His stand, I choose me. Us. Betrayal's cost. Isolation, but freedom's bite. Austin called. Apologized. Said he forwarded my portfolio to his firm. Shot at redemption. Grace extended, tentative. We clung through tempest. City lights fracturing below like stars in code. What now? I whispered. He pulled back. Smile breaking clouds. We build. From here.
Lips met, rain washed, promise compiling.
The rain eased to mist as we descended from the rooftop. Dominic's hand in mine, a lifeline through the stairwell's fluorescent hum. Each step a recommit to the path we'd hacked together. Back in the apartment, dripping and shivering, we shed soaked layers. Not for heat, but survival. Towels wrapping us like hasty patches. Hot tea steaming mugs as we huddled on the couch. Spokane's done, he said, voice steadier now, fingers tracing my knuckles. But Seattle? This is home. With you. Relief flooded, but realism buffered. Leases, jobs, families fracturing like brittle branches. Morning brought triage. Emily wired funds for the brother-in-law upgrade. Her quip masking worry. Austin emailed Dom. Portfolio forwarded. And sorry doesn't cut it, but here's my therapist rec. Fix your own bugs first. Dom replied curt thanks, no bridge yet. My internship mentor looped in, casual. Heard about the shakeup. Room for another coder on the VR ethics team. Opportunities door cracked. Dual incomes. Shared load. August sun baked the city. Our routine refactoring. Job hunt synced. Resumes tailored like custom functions. Dom landed the green firm gig. Junior designer, prototyping urban farms. and we celebrated with pho in the International District, broth steaming stories of fresh starts. Nights, we'd blueprint futures. A tiny home of our own, perhaps solar-paneled and south-facing, code lab in the corner. No more shoeboxes. He'd sketch, pencil flying. Space for us to grow. Family mending crept slow. My parents called first, Dad's voice gruff over line. Your mother's baking. Come down. We need to talk. Drive to Tacoma weekend. Nerves jangling like ungrounded wires. Mom hugged fierce at the door, eyes red but warm. Dad clapped Dom's shoulder, awkward. Dinner unfolded tentative. Mashed potatoes passing like peace offerings, questions probing gentle. How'd you know? Mom asked, fork paused. Dom met her gaze. Like debugging. Errors piled till the truth compiled. Dad nodded slow. Takes guts. Proud of you, son. Not both sons. Me too, implicit. Tears pricked. Bridge built. Tentative. Dom's folks lagged. Spoke in silence a wall. He wrote letters old school, penned in looping script. Mom, Dad. This is me. Oh, love you still. Mailed with sketches of their garden, memories mapped. Reply came weeks later. Mom's handwriting shaky. We pray for clarity. Doors open when you're ready. Not acceptance but crack enough for now. Fall semester reloaded. Senior year for me. Grad apps looming. Dom's masters deferred. Focus on work. Campus felt charged. Our hands linked public now. Whispers fading to nods. Allies emerging like hidden features. Austin crossed paths in the quad once, coffee in hand. Hey! Pause heavy.
Dom nodded.
Therapy. Austin half smile. Week 3. Compiling. Handshake, no more, truce upgraded to tolerance. But conflict's undercurrent stirred. A rival firm poached Dom's prototype idea. Leaked sketches traced to Austin's old roommate. Same leak from spring. Fury reignited. Dom's voicemail to the thief's boss. That's my IP. Credit or court. Settlement swift, co-credit, bonus check. Victory tasted bittersweet. Austin's text following, heard. Deserved. Clean slate. Dom showed me, thumb hovering delete. Your call. I shrugged. Slate's slate. But trust earns slow. Sent. Slate noted. Beers sometime. Neutral ground. Thanksgiving redux. Portland again. Emily's table expanded Mia. Her new beau. Even Austin tagging last minute. Invite extended olive. Awkward at first. Carving turkey like dissecting history. But wine loosened tongues. Toasts to bugs bashed. Austin pulled Dom aside post-pie. Freshman year? I was lost too. Sorry for dragging you back. Dom clapped back. Water under. But don't leak again. Laughter sealed. Circle closing. Winter holidays tested. Christmas at my folks. Tree twinkling traditions. Eggnog toasts. Dad and Dom bonding over shop tools. New Year's Eve. We escaped to the roof. City fireworks blooming like celebratory pops in code. Resolution. I asked, his arms circling from behind. More us. Less hiding. Kiss under stars. Promise etched. Climax crested Valentines. Not with cards but crisis. Dom's mom hospitalized. Gallstones. Routine but Spokane isolation amplified. He flew east solo, my texts tether. Tell her hi from the future son-in-law. Returnee wrecked. She held my hand. Said, we love the boy who makes you shine. Breakthroughs bite. Tears cathartic. Spring bloomed fuller. Cherry petals confetti to our rhythm. Emily's wedding invite landed. To Mia's brother. Surprise elopement vibe. Us as dates. Official. Ceremony in the rose garden. Vows echoing our unspoken. In glitches and gold. Reception danced us silly. Dom's two-step Midwestern. My nerd shuffle earning laughs. Graduation loomed. My cap and gown a milestone. Ceremony under May sun. Family filling seats. My parents beaming. Dom front row sketching the stage. Diploma in hand. I found him hug crushing. Proud. Beyond. Party after. Backyard bash with lab mates. Austin toasting. To Alex, the ethicist who debugged us all. But true climax hit post-grad, job offers dual. My Microsoft full-time, his firm promoting to lead on a homeless village project. Seattle's first net zero. Celebration dinner downtown, skyline glittering. Midway, Dom's face shadowed. One thing. Before we sign. Pulled a ring, simple band. Tungsten etched with binary for love. 01101 10001 101 1 1 1 0 1 1 1 0 1 1 0 0 1 1 0 0 1 0 1. Not proposal. Promise. Build with me. Knees buckled, yes tumbling. Not marriage yet but commitment code eternal. Summer sealed it. Moved to a one-bed in Fremont. Views of the sound. Space for sketches and servers. Austin crashed housewarming. Beers and board games, history archived. Emily visited. Teasing. From matchmaker fail to this? Plot twist gold. Yet humanism's thread wove deeper. Dom's project housed First Family, a queer teen among echo of our ghosts. We volunteered, painting walls, sharing stories. This, he said, brush in hand, is why. Mending what broke us. One night, roof again. Our altar. Stars pricking pollution veil. Regrets? I asked, head on his chest. None. You? Just one, waiting so long. Laughter rumbled. Worth the delay. Best codes iterated. Life's not bug-free, family call sporadic. Austin's relapses minor, but we debug, together. In America's sprawl, from Seattle rains to dreams deferred, we found the line. Not straight, not bent, but true. Compiled. Run. Years compile faster than you'd think. Code blocks stacking into architectures you never sketched but somehow inhabit. 5 falls on, and our Fremont one-bed has upgraded to a craftsman bungalow in Wallingford. Dom's design tweaks throughout. Reclaimed wood counters, solar vents humming quiet efficiency. A corner office where my startup sims ethical AIs for nonprofits. He's lead architect now. His homeless village expanded to 3 sites. Ribbon cuttings with mayors shaking hands like old bugs banished. Me, founder CEO of a scrappy firm, Ethos Code. Consulting on bias-free algos. Ironic, given our history's hacks. Emily's hitched proper now. A garden wedding last spring with Mia's brother. Theo, tall, tattooed barista who balances her chaos like I never could. We're uncles to their toddler. Little Riley with her aunt's curls and uncle's knack for dismantling toys like faulty circuits. Holidays rotate. Tacoma for my folks' turkey trots. Portland for Theo's kimchi sides. Spokane tentative. Dom's parents thawing annual inches. Last Christmas trading Bible verses for board games. His dad even asking about my fancy computers. Austin, he's woven in loose. Moved to San Francisco for a TechArch hybrid gig. Dating a sculptor who keeps him honest. Visit sporadic. Beers in the city turning confessional. Therapy's my daily commit now. You too? Inspo. No grudges left. Betrayal's file archived. Lesson extracted. Meddle less. Listen more. But romance's fire? It simmers steady, not blaze. Mornings with his coffee breath murmuring love you against my neck. Evenings sketching while I code. Legs tangled on the porch swing overlooking the sounds ferries gliding like patient data packets. We've traveled. Road trip redux to Olympic. Firelit confessions evolved to vows whispered in embers. Portlandia weekends crashing Emily's. Wine-fueled what-ifs on kids. Adoption maybe. A mini-us debugging Legos. Conflicts mellowed. But life's no clean run. Last winter, Ethos Code hit a snag. Client lawsuit over a biased hiring bot. Headlines screaming AI discriminates queer hires. Sleepless nights. Dom pacing blueprints beside my laptop marathons. Fight it, he'd urge, hands kneading shoulders. You're the ethicist. Trial dragged. Stress fracturing sleep. But verdict cleared. Bug fixed. Precedent set. Post-win, he dragged me to the roof, our ritual champagne popping under drizzle. To glitches that grow us. Humanism's core pulses in the work. Dom's villages now integrate my apps. VR tours for donors. Predictive model stocking pantries. One resident, Jamal. A trans kid kicked out like Dom almost was Graduated community college last month. Us in the crowd cheering. You built this? I told Dom after, his eyes misty. We did. Betrayal's ghost? Rare flicker. Austin's SF wedding invite last fall. To his sculptor, a ceremony in wine country. We flew down. Toasts laced nostalgia. Freshman hookups joked as beta tests. My sister set up as the great redirect. Dom's speech. To friends who glitch us forward. Tears flowed, not from pain, but grace. Humanity's messy merge. Emily's expecting again. Ultrasound pics pinging. Boy or girl? Bet on coder. We laugh, but it stirs our loop. Kids? Therapy sessions unpack. Dom's mom guilt, my imposter fears, but consensus builds. Foster first, test the waters. Small steps, he says, sketching nursery nooks. Like us. Anniversary hits. 10 years since that rainy dinner flop. We escape to a cabin in the Olympics. Snow blanketing pines like fresh canvas. Fireplace crackles, his arms circling as we sip cider. Remember the hook? Me tanking with Emily? I tease, nose in his hair. He chuckles. Best crash ever. Led here. Truth. From failed setup to this love's algorithm iterated through betrayals and breakthroughs. Night falls, stars wheeling clear. We step out, breath fogging, hands linked. Future. I ask, old habit. Bright. With you. Kiss slow, world pausing. A moment dramatic as that rooftop storm, but earned, enduring. In America's weave, tech booms and social storms, from Seattle's drizzles to national reckonings. We've carved a line. Not perfect code, but human. Flawed, fierce, forever compiling. And in that, the real hook. Not the shatter, but the shine after.